In Paul's first epistle to the Thessalonian, to those folks, he writes in chapter 3 this following statement. And may the Lord make you increase and abound in love for one another and for all, just as we abound in love for you. And I want to talk about that word abound, because it's a strange word. It's one we don't use a lot. And it sounds like something like a kangaroo does in the outback. That kangaroo abounds all over the outback. Or something like after kids have been playing in a playroom all day long, and the mother goes in and says, "Oh my gosh, your toys abound everywhere. They're all abound." We just don't use it very much. And abound means overflowing. It means more than that. It means stuffed to the gills. More than that. It means so stuffed and overflowing that there is not one micron of space left. It's just coming out and just will not be contained. And it means more than that. Especially when we're talking about God. And what Paul is talking about to the Thessalonians, about abounding in that love that has been shared with them, that same abounding love that has been shared with them. I guess I got to figure out a way to explain to you. Hold on a second. I need to put some things together, and we probably need to go outside. I'll be back. Hey, sorry that took so long. It took longer to set up than I thought it was going to. And it's cold out here. So, you got this glass. It's almost full. We would fill it up to the brim. Fill it up to the brim. It's full. There's no more water that can fit in there. It is full. We would say, maybe, that water abounds in that glass. But that's not how God looks at it. How does God look at it? God takes the glass, puts it in a bowl, fills it up, and the bowl around it. And we would say that water abounds in that glass. It's overflowing and into the bowl. And God goes, but that's not enough. We need more. This is ridiculous. Look, it's overflowing. It's coming off the table even. And God says, that is not enough. You need more. You need more. You need more love. You need more of my love. And maybe we hose pipe. And it just keeps coming and coming and coming and coming. That doesn't make any sense. It's so wasteful, God, that you pour that much love out onto us, that your love is abounding like that. And yet this doesn't even work. It's not even working for me. That is abounding love. That is the love that Paul is talking about. That Paul is insisting that the Thessalonians share with one another. And imagine 10 million of those jugs. And behind those jugs, 30 billion. And behind those 30 billion, 500 trillion. Imagine as many jugs as you can imagine, just dumping into you in abounding love. That is what it means to abound. And so here's the deal. God asks us, Paul is telling us, to love with such abounding love that it doesn't make sense. And the truth is that God knows we can't do that. There is a limit to our abilities because we're only human. And what Paul is telling the Thessalonians and telling us is that oftentimes what we like to do is love just this much. We like to fill that glass a thimbleful at a time, and only if we think that they deserve it. And Paul is asking us, hey, can you pick up a pitcher? Can you pick up a tumbler of glass? A glass tumbler? Can you just do a little more than a thimbleful of love? I mean, God is loving you with such reckless abandon that it doesn't make sense. And all you're willing to do is give a thimble to somebody else? We're loved with such deep compassion, with such reckless abandon. It almost seems a shame to only give it away a little thimble at a time. So my friends, as you go into this week, as you go into this season of Advent, as we come closer and closer to the blessed birth, throw away the thimble. Pick up the pitcher and start pouring out some love. Pour out love to friends, to family, to strangers, and see where it gets you. See what happens. You never know. It might not look as ridiculous as that just looked, but wouldn't it be fun to try? I hope this video finds you well and continue to stay safe. I hope you're staying warm because it's chilly out here. Amen.